Discussing in the studio there how I was going to top that performance of New York, New York, and I told him don't tempt me. So I'll refrain from doing that at 9 a.m. on your Sunday morning. But I do have a nice fun fact for you. There's currently an Italian in the studio, and he did just enlighten me that one of the outsiders, I was saying Il Miracolo, and I was absolutely butchering it. It's Il Miracolo. No, I just still butchered it. Never mind. But the miracle is what it means. So you never know. Could pull off a miracle here today. That's at the 5. So at $71, could pull off a miracle. Imagine that there. $71 pop taking out the Belmont Stakes, the Group 1 over the 2,400 metres. Horses have left the pre-parade ring. They're on their way out, and Forte is firming $2.80. Back to the team, live from Belmont Park.
In this one, you think he's got a chance?
Has got to be to go right from the very start and establish a pole position.
All right, the number 2 horse is Tapit Trice. Heading into the Derby, a lot of people considered him the best 3-year-old in the country, but he finished.
Guys, I need to get out!
Okay, so potentially some tech issues there from the team track side, but we will endeavour to sort that out. 5 minutes until the Belmont Stakes. We do have, that's just changed, of course it does. What we'll do is we'll head over to the team at track side to kick off the card at Far Lap.
Kentucky Derby, they have my old Kentucky home performed to this very big crowd, Belmont Stakes, and of course you can get all this lead up on trackside 1. Obviously we've got this race at Timaru. Let's hope they don't clash, because I'm really looking forward to seeing especially how Forte goes now in the 3rd leg of the Triple Crown out of the United States. So that's what's happening stateside. Of course we still just haven't had any update on whether this horse has been captured. It doesn't look as though any of the others are loading away, which would suggest that the horse is still running loose. And there we go, the shots come through from the team there at Far Lap Raceway. The amount of work that Relentless Caden has done suggests that maybe they will obviously have a vet a look over this one, but yeah, you just got to be a little bit wary about now where the Relentless Caden will take its place. It has gone out to $61 final field, is that right? I'll just double check that, but if that's the case and it starts, then $61 is incredible value. In fact, it's now being moved. It was at 61 and 8. There we go, look at that on the screen. Now the bookies must have taken it out. But if you could get 61s on Relentless Caden, wow, yeah, it's just showing up that you can't be placing that bet. But that is an incredible price on a horse who does have a bit better than a 1 in 60 chance of winning this race for sure. It has meant that the other horses are shortened in, so bookmakers, I guess, are just changing the market so that they have, they're preparing for a late scratching, because that means that we have seen Tavernation now trim into 180. You can see there Far London at $7, $6 showing on my screen, and Dame County there at a $5 quote. Okay, let's get to you. Justin, you might be able to give us an update. It's not looking good for Relentless Caden starting here, is it?
Okay, so unfortunately a loose one there in the first at Far Lap Raceway. Now the horse didn't seem phased at all, took himself for a little bit of a leg stretch and then was just stood there looking at everyone. So living life to the beat of his own drum, good for him. So that's we over on Sky 1. We're focusing on the Group 1 Belmont Stakes here on, so that'll be over on Sky 2. I think I need another coffee. Okay, that Far Lap Raceway will be over on Sky 2. We'll focus on the first at Belmont. we'll focus on the Belmont Stakes here on Sky One. Now, firm fave and continuing to firm is Forte, $2.80. Was around $2.90 this morning, so has been pushed in. Punters are absolutely have faith in Forte, and that's despite being scratched from the Kentucky Derby just hours before the race due to a bruised foot. Forte, we haven't seen him for a couple of weeks. He was placed on a 14-day veterinary list, so that caused him to also miss the Preakness. But he's got Hall of Fame trainer Todd Pletcher in his corner, and Todd reports that Forte's fitness levels seem to have been maintained and everything looks to be in good order. So $2.80 firming is Forte. So well fancied on the New South Wales tab is Angel of Empire. Now he's in the second line of betting there at $4.20. It's the 8. Now this fella just keeps improving with each run. He took out the Group 1 Arkansas Derby 2 starts back, and that was in pretty impressive style. He then headed to Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby, and he placed third. That was just over a length off Mage. Mage put in a great performance there. Jockey Flavian Pratt is riding Angel of Empire, and he is very, very hungry for this $1.5 million prize money. He's hungry to get the Belmont Stakes on his resume. He's already taken out the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, so he's definitely eyeing up this one. I mentioned previously, for some solid value, I was saying you can make a case for the majority of the horses in this race, and you absolutely can. They've all got a couple of wins under their belt. They've all been in and around the group level. But one I'm definitely keeping an eye on is Red Route 1. He was fourth in the Preakness at Pimlico last start. He was 5 lengths behind National Treasure. This colt's yet to get a Group 1 win under his belt, but he has certainly been in and around the money. He's been knocking on the door. He's had a listed win and multiple group placings. So the son of Gunrunner, he's a super, super honest one. In my Racing Passport preview, we did touch on a couple of his replays, one being in the Preakness. And he just really pinned his ears back, even when he was getting tired towards the end. He pinned his ears back and he tried his best to stick his nose out on the line. So when a horse does try that hard, I think personally they're always worth taking a punt on. And speaking of taking a punt and having a little bit of a dabble here, you can go over to the Tab app, head over to Bet's Friends and join Racing Passport. It's not just the Belmont Stakes that I talk about. I promise, I know that's all I've done this morning, but I absolutely can't wait, in case you can't tell. So over on Racing Passport on Bet's Friends, you talk all international racing. So covers Chartin, Happy Valley. We had racing at Haydock last night with the Astrologist, a horse that Aussies will be very, very familiar with in the lead up to Royal Ascot. And of course, you definitely want to get on Team Racing Passport ahead of Royal Ascot, because it will be jam-packed with content and hopefully plenty of winning tips. That's the aim anyway. And hoping to win and be a winning tip in the Belmont Stakes is Forte at $2.80. He's still sat on top. He is not budging. Now, Angel of Empire's at $4.20. Up from $4, Tapit Trice $5, Arcangelo $13 to $8. Now joining him at $8, the 4 National Treasure. Now I know a few people have had their eye on this horse. He got his own way in front from gate 1, but just had a head to spare in the Grade 1 Preakness at Pimlico. The time was okay. It's got high standards, to be fair, the Preakness. So in regards to Preakness standards, the time was okay. Satisfactory, there you go. Not too sure he's a stayer looking at his pedigree, even though his dam sire was second in the 2002 Belmont Stakes. So not too sure regarding pedigree, but if he can dig a little bit deeper than he did in the Preakness, then I don't see why he won't be competitive here in the Belmont Stakes. So horses still making their way up to the barriers. Absolutely jam-packed trackside there. Look at the crowd. Imagine being there. It would just be goosebumps. It would be absolutely fantastic. Now, we were having tech issues with the team earlier trackside, so I don't think we've got anything from them as of yet, but I have no doubt the race caller will start to chime in very shortly as the horses do reach the barriers. And they'll begin to load any minute now. We're a couple of minutes past start time, but you know what? Some races are worth waiting for. So, yeah, Forte, $2.80. Absolutely the one to beat according to the market. The horse that I'm with, Angel of Empire, is at $4.20. So drifting in the market. That makes me a little bit nervous. Was around $3.70. He's now up to $4.20. But hopefully can defy the drift. We've seen it happen, and hopefully we'll see that again. Tap It Trice is at $5 at the grey for Todd Pletcher, his stablemate of Forte. National Treasure coming off the back of the second in the Preakness at Pimlico, $8. And the 3 Arcangelo, $13 into $9. Okay, here we go. The big one we've all been waiting for, the $1.5 million Group 1 Belmont Stakes. Trackside we head to Belmont Park.
We are set for the start. And they're off in the 155th Belmont Stakes. National Treasure is right out for the lead. Hit Show came away well on the outside, and Forte is up close. Right alongside is Angel of Empire, who will be widest of all into the turn. Down at the rail is Tap It Choose. So it is the Preakness winner, National Treasure, challenged here on the inside by Tap It Choose, and they are right together. Then it's the trio of Arcangelo, Forte, and Hit Show. On the outside is Angel of Empire. At the rail is Il Miracolo. Then comes Tap It Trice, who has one horse beaten at this point, and that is Red Route 1, who trails the field. The opening quarter mile in 23 3/5 seconds as the field moves for the backstretch. National Treasure leads here by 3/4 of a length. Hit Show on the outside. Tap It Choose down at the rail. They're right together, second and third. Angel of Empire in the clear on the outside in fourth. Forte is fifth, but just 3 lengths from the front. Arcangelo is now moving up a spot. Then we come back to Tap It Trice and Il Miracolo. Red Route 1 continues to trail in ninth. Opening half, 47 3/5 seconds. And they're midway up the Belmont backstretch with National Treasure still the leader here. National Treasure by a length. Tap It Choose is down at the rail. Hit Show is in third, 2.5 lengths from the lead. Arcangelo now looking to split horses from fourth. Then comes Angel of Empire, and Tap It Trice now makes a big move on the extreme outside. Tap It Trice and Angel of Empire, they're moving as a team, going after the front runner, National Treasure. So it is National Treasure, but right behind Tap It Trice, Angel of Empire, Hit Show, and Arcangelo down at the rail. It's another 3 lengths back to Forte. The mile went in 1:37 2. National Treasure challenged here on the inside by Arcangelo, and the two of them are heads apart. Tap It Trice on the outside in third. Angel of Empire being asked for more. Then comes Hit Show and Forte with Il Miracolo. The field is in the stretch in the Belmont Stakes, and Arcangelo has now taken over. Arcangelo is in front. National Treasure back running in second. Then Hit Show, Tap It Trice, Forte, an Angel of Empire. It is Arcangelo with the lead. Arcangelo in front, trying to hold on for the final 50 yards, and it's Arcangelo to win the test of the champion. It is Arcangelo, and it is a monumental victory for trainer Jenna Antonucci. And what a month for jockey Javier Castellano. He won his first Derby with Mage. He wins his first Belmont Stakes with Arcangelo.
Well, how about that? Arcangelo, $10.50 the win, $2.50 the place. I think Forte may have got his nose there for the second. Just awaiting confirmation from the judges. But Arcangelo, how about that? The absolute perfect ride along the rails, super patient. Waited, let National Treasure lead him into the race, and then just coming around the turn, just snuck up on the inside there when National Treasure managed to peel off ever so slightly. Absolutely flawless, cool, calm, collected, all honours to the jockey there. A fantastic training performance. Arcangelo, $10.50, $2.50 the place. So just watching a replay there on your screen. That was absolutely huge. If you listened to Jeff Seagull from the First Bets team, then you'd be absolutely cheering. And I believe if you tuned into the morning line on Sky One Friday morning, Dubs Anderson, who we did hear from pre-race, did also tip Arcangelo. So, wow, Absolutely phenomenal. Emotional scenes trackside there. Hopefully we can get a little bit post-race from them, because understandably emotions are flowing. And yeah, wow, imagine that, a $1.5 million race, and you've just taken it out in style that perfectly. So 10.50 the win, 2.50 the place. Arcangelo, I think Forte may have got the second spot there. He was on the outside, he kicked home late. Yeah, wasn't too sure. I believe maybe Tap It Trice on the inside. From memory, I can't see a freeze frame at the moment, but from memory, there was a grey on the inside. I could just be making that up with the adrenaline of it all, to be honest. So, yeah, Arcangelo got the job done. It was a bit of a blanket finish, in fact. So Forte, Angel of Empire was there. Yes, so the grey, the 2, Tap It Trice, I believe, placed third. So maybe 3, 6, and potentially 2. Let's hear back from the team at Belmont Park.
First of all, I always say, thank Lord Jesus Christ for giving me the opportunity to win another second Triple Crown. The third Triple Crown this year, second Triple Crown for myself. I give you all the credit to the horse. He's a wonderful horse, the way he did it today. I don't think the distance is the limit. The way he galloping out, the way he did in the race, he pulled every single step away. Have a beautiful trip inside in the rail. Let him develop the horse. I really like the way he did it. All the credit to Gina and Tinush, all the team connection, they didn't make it happen for this.
Javi, this is your first Triple Crown or Belmont Stakes, but it's also Jenna Antonucci teaming up with her. She's a small stable. What does it mean to the whole team?
I'm really happy for her. You know, she's a really good woman. She's a good horseman, and she did a lot for this game. Put a lot into effort and money, time to develop the horse like the way he did Arcangelo. I'm happy for her for the first Triple Crown and Triple Crown myself as well.
Javi, massive congratulations. Go get your picture taken.
Thank you, Maggie.
Tom, your win.
Finally, that first win in the Belmont Stakes. Forte, Andy White.
Wow, just fantastic stuff there trackside. Arcangelo 10.50, 2.50. All honours to Javier Castellano there. Steering Arcangelo to victory. He said all honours to the horse, but you do have to give him credit for that ride. He clearly knew the horse he had underneath him. Just with the confidence, he let the horse travel and peeled around the corner, snuck up the inside. It was the shortest way home, and it was just a beautifully timed ride there. So still no numbers through for second and third. Not too sure what's happening there, because to my eye, Forte got second, followed by Tap It Trice. But of course, I'm not their trackside, so we definitely need to get the thumbs up from the judges before we do confirm those numbers. But I can confirm there was absolutely no doubt that Arcangelo took out the $1.5 million Belmont Stakes, the third leg of the Triple Crown. So that is wrapped up for yet another year. Fantastic stuff there. Okay, we're going to take a bit of a break now on Sky One. Let us all decompress here in the studio. I'm sure you're all ready to do exactly the same at home. So go and pop the kettle on, decompress. We'll be back with more action very shortly.